Today we have a lesson in 4 parts. And since I hate to hear the sound of my own voice on video, I'll be using the voice of my lovely assistant Jessica. Jessica doesn't exist, but we'll get to that in part 3. We began at Canyonland Baptist Church in Glasgow, Kentucky, where they are having a car show. And there is one thing I always bring with my camera to car shows with their many reflective surfaces: a circular polarizing filter. A circular polarizing filter is in 2 parts. The back part screws onto your lens, and you gently rotate the front part with your finger. Try to always turn it clockwise, facing the front of the lens, so as you turn it, you aren't accidentally unscrewing the filter. Notice 3 things on this first car. The black part of the trunk sticking up highest, how you can see clearly through the windshield, and the visible reflections in the door. As we turn the Circ Polar filter, now we see reflections in the black part of the trunk, we get glare on the windshield, but we've almost entirely eliminated the unwanted reflections on the door. So it's sometimes a trade-off. You may need to pick which part of the image you want to improve, or you may need to combine 2 images to get all the fixes you want. See the unwanted white fence reflecting on the door and rear panel. And now, all but a small amount at the rear of the car has been dialed out by the filter. For this car, we're looking closely at the top part of the fender, just to the left of the violin. Notice the blue sky and white clouds on the fender top. And how turning the Circ Polar filter dials them out. Reflection in the car door is gone. Asphalt, gravel, and building showing on the car door are gone. Glare on the windshield is gone, and I can see the steering wheel and seat now. Reflections on the door mostly gone now. Just a pretty truck, with reflections on the fender left in. Just a pretty car, with Minnie Mouse out front. Just a pretty Jeep, which I was lucky to get. My hat blew off then. A pretty paint job on a 1963 truck. Just 1 year younger than me. Not all cars there were red. Some pretty blues. And 3 or 4 nasty Tennessee orange cars. A unique sports car I'd never seen before. Carmen. A name I'm not familiar with. Aside from the body style, I just love the different pastel colors. You have to paint these yourself. You just can't buy them off the lot like this anymore. Beautiful. Showing how when I'm processing in Lightroom I crop down with the golden spiral turned on. The spiral ends upper right, where the rule of thirds would apply, but I've also found it pleasing to rest parts of the image on the spiral. I've almost to have the wheels matching the sweep of the spiral. And the result. Notice the yellow racing stripe. Beep beep. And 3 older videos from 2014 showing a live view while turning the Circ Polar filter. Notice what it does to the windows and reflective parts of each car. Part 2 DaVinci Resolve. DaVinci is free software for forming and editing videos. You can buy an extended version with features I'd likely never use. And they also sell hardware with knobs and switches to make the editing process easier. But the base product is free. Part 3 SpeechLo. SpeechLo is from Blaster Online. I paid a one-time fee, I forget, about $60, and can type in text and have the speaker read the text into audio files. You can choose from various male and female voice models. Today was performed by the Lady Jessica. You can optionally add music, and there are pro voices that cost more. So I wrote a script to match what I wanted to say for each image. Generated and downloaded the audio clips. Then combined the still frames and video, applying the audio clips at the right places, in DaVinci. And for part 4. Completely unrelated. Garvin Lane is pretty in springtime when the leaves return. Though most of my photos there are in the fall. So you've seen some examples of how you can adjust reflections live with a circular polarizing filter, and how I used SpeechLo to generate audio, and combined it all with DaVinci Resolve. So long and thanks for all the fish. If you'd read The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy series of books, that makes perfect sense.